Oh, you are, okay. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Today's Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. The time is 2:01 p.m. This is our weekly business meeting. Officially calling the meeting to order, attending Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Filios. And I'm going to ask Leanna, would you please lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. The consent calendar, please.
I move that we approve the consent calendar as listed on our business meeting agenda for October 5th, 2021.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Payables list.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of September 27th through October 1st, 2021 in the amount of $382,763.58.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, motion's carried. Do we have any changes to the agenda?
Nope.
Hearing none. First of our action items, agreement for the tax processing engine with auto agent. Treasurer Jill, please.
Oh, so this is a program, there's no cost to the county. They work with the mortgage companies and the tax service companies. We provide them with a nightly updated file. They provide that to the collectors. And the idea behind this is that they've got up-to-date information, and so we won't have as many refunds to issue to mortgage companies for the payments that they provide on behalf of the mortgagees.
Oh, okay.
But no cost to the county.
And so the company is what? Auto agent? Okay, cool. Motion.
I move that we approve the agreement for a tax processing service with auto agent.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, motion is carried. Termination of lead for the party of Mott at the airport. Stephen, are you on?
Can we terminate it without?
Dave, anything?
Looks like it's just a standard termination. I actually don't recall the reason for the termination.
Okay.
Sure, I looked at this.
It's not leasing space at this time,
Okay.
that's what he says.
Okay.
I think Stephen's in training today.
Oh, okay. All right. Motion?
I move that we approve the termination of lease with Mott.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Item number 3, agreement to provide law enforcement services to the city of Hayden. Captain Stu Miller for our sheriff's organization.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My apologies for not being here last week on this. This agreement is essentially the same as it was in prior years. However, the sheriff was able to negotiate with the city of Hayden and increase the overall funding to $402,354 per year. And I want to say, I can't remember what the exact figure was before that, but I want to say it's close to about
350 or thereabouts?
40,000 more than it was prior years, or more
I
than
think
that.
it was like 380 or something,
Was
I
it?
can't.
Okay.
It was actually,
Under 286,
yes,
Wow.
something like
It was
that.
80,000.
Okay,
and it's actually $354 greater than what we budgeted, so
oh, okay,
Oh, well,
little
wasn't
bonus
that
there.
nice?
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this wasn't approved last week then?
No, it was
Okay.
tabled.
Yeah, we
and
tabled it for, right.
Carried
Okay.
over until this week.
Okay, great.
Okay, motion.
I move that we approve the agreement to provide law enforcement services with the city of Hayden.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, motion's carried. Memorandum of Understanding for cost share agreement with Cascadia Rising 2022 Office of Emergency Management. Sarah?
Hi, yes, this is Sarah Lafredo from OEM for the record. And this MOU is pretty much just to serve as an agreement between the 5 northern Idaho counties to share the cost of a contractor for Cascadia Rising 2022. And it's based on the percentage of the SHSP award, and we are asking for your approval.
Okay. Questions? Motion.
I move that we approve the Memorandum of Understanding, which is the cost share agreement for Cascadia Rising 2022 for the 5 northern counties.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion is carried. Item number 5, professional services contract for Phase 2 Panhandle Village Water System Improvements Project with Panhandle Area Council, also known as PAC, by our Resource Management Office. Go ahead, Kim.
Yes, Kim Riley for the record. Items 5, 6, and 7 are all related to the Panhandle Village Water System Block Grant, which was brought before the board for discussion at the February 16 status update. All items have been reviewed by legal. So number 5 is the professional service contract between Kootenai County and Panhandle Area Council to provide for the administration of the Community Development Block Grant. The fee is not to exceed $50,000, and it is part of the award.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, motion.
I move that we approve the professional services contract with Panhandle Area Council for the Phase 2 Panhandle Water Village Water System Improvements under the block grant.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 6, subrecipient agreement for the water treatment project, also at the Panhandle Village Water System. Once again, Kim for our RMO.
Yes, so this is the subrecipient agreement between Kootenai County and Panhandle Village Water System for Phase 2 of the Panhandle Village Water System Improvements Project.
Tim, what area is actually served by this water system?
I don't have the details on that as far as I can look through here and see.
No, that's okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, I didn't put this together, so I don't have that information readily available. I know that through the Idaho Department of Commerce, only the counties can apply, so we have to apply on their behalf.
On their behalf, okay.
I believe it's the northern part of the county.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Motion?
I move that we approve the subrecipient agreement for the water treatment project at Panhandle Village Water System.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Motion is carried. Item 7, Idaho Community Development Block Grant for the Citizen Participation Plan, once again, for our RMO. Kim?
Yes, this is the Citizen Participation Plan, which is a required component of the application.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the Citizen Participation Plan for the Idaho Community Development Block Grant process.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion carried. Item 8, Resolution 2021-102 to surplus a building, BOCC. For the BOCC, Leanna Kaiser. Go ahead, Leanna.
Yes, thank you, Commissioner. This is seeking approval of a surplus resolution for a building that we determined doing our asset inventory in September that had been demolished prior to the building of the ancillary services building on 315 Garden was the address. This building, I believe, was actually demolished in 2009. I found some meeting minutes where it was discussed, and we had taken some bids to actually have it demolished, but I think it just slipped through the cracks that no resolution was ever put forward or approved.
Okay.
So it is an old building. It is gone. There is a new building in its place.
Okay.
I move
Thank you.
I move that we approve Resolution 2021-102, which would be the surplus of the demolished building.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, and motion's carried. Item 9, IAC, which is Idaho Association of Counties Conference Report, BOCC. Leslie?
Yes, so I was at IAC last week, and it was actually one of the best conferences that I've been to in 2.5 years. And the keynote speaker was a gentleman who wrote a book, 13 Ways to Kill Your Community, and it's pretty fascinating. I kind of highly recommend most elected officials to read that. And the other thing was they offered a lot of breakout sessions, ADA, procurement, redistricting, county lawmaking, ordinances versus resolutions, applied ethics, a review of U.S. Supreme Court cases. So it was a wealth of information, and we had great speakers, and it was really good.
Okay, wonderful. Bill, any questions?
No questions.
What, if anything, stood out about any of the Supreme Court decisions, at least in your mind?
That was the one I did not go to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went to probably the ordinances versus lawmaking one.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. For everyone's benefit, the difference,
Oh,
ordinance versus resolution.
yeah, so essentially ordinance has the effect of law, and resolution is just more like, this is what we believe and this is what we're declaring. Declaratory statement, one that does not hold any obligation to follow.
In a legal way.
So, yeah.
Okay,
the
thank
legal
you.
one. Yep.
All right. Item number 10, elected officials meeting format, BOCC. Leslie?
Yeah, it was suggested to me that maybe to help understand some other things that are going on with the elected officials, that we could maybe do elected official highlight for each. We have 12 meetings a year. Ostensibly, we've got 9 elected officials. And so at each month, we could have a different presentation, very brief, 5 minutes or less, of what's going on in the prosecutor's office, what's going on with the coroner, what's going on, what challenges the treasurer's having, that kind of thing, and just highlight one individual a month, and it's voluntary. I'm bringing this forward. I wanted to let the board know first if it was something that they wanted to entertain, because I'm bringing it forward on the elected officials' agenda to see if any of the elected officials would be interested.
Bill, thoughts?
I think it's a good idea. I think they should also do, while we're doing that, do one for each of the commissioners.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you mean among the 9? Okay, all right. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Sounds good. Good idea. Thank you. Okay. Item 11, Rathdrum Chamber Board Member Vote, BOCC.
I don't know if this was last year or the year before. It might happen every 2 years. But because we are members of the Rathdrum Chamber, all the members get one vote to vote for the next set of board members. So there's a list of 8 this time, and last time you and Bill had me do the research and make a recommendation. So if that's the way you want to do it this time, that's fine. If you guys want to do your own research, that's fine too.
Who are the, how do I ask this? You have the 8 names?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
That's a lot of research.
sure.
I don't know. I'm open.
Okay.
If you want to do, can you share them even as you do the research?
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
can share why I make the recommendation I make, and that's what I did last time. I just said, okay, I recommend these people because of this. But I think Leanna already gave the email to both you and Bill that had the 8 names in it.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, that'll work. Bill,
Okay.
thoughts?
That works for me.
Okay. We don't need a motion there, do we?
No.
Okay. And finally, oh, that's right, you're on the status update, Dena. Thank you, Dave. Of course. Let me get out of here. I want to get in my email because I want to pull it up. I'm just pulling up your report, Dena, so I can get it in front of
Oh,
me.
she's got copies too.
Oh, okay, cool.
for us.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to status, facilities expansion, Leslie?
Yes, so I did meet with one captain who happened to call me and make an appointment, but there's another captain who I was waiting to hear from. It might be the captain in our presence. Matos had sent out an email last month asking you and yeah, oh yeah, good, now you remember. So, yeah, as soon as that captain makes an appointment with me. But essentially, it's just to start meeting with the elected officials to kind of say, okay, out of the long-range plan, are there any things that you have deep concerns about? And that way we can maybe cross some options off our list if they truly are not going to work for certain departments.
Okay. When do we start, or when do you start meeting with them?
Well, I've already met with one captain. This captain is now going to email me his schedule and availability, and I'll meet with him. So, and then we're still waiting to hear from ARPA to see if we're going to go out for bond or if ARPA's going to fund it or what.
Is ARPA delayed to December, is that correct, for the response?
We're waiting for the final rule. Yeah.
Okay.
But-
So estimated December.
Estimated
Really?
December.
They pushed it from September to
Yeah.
December? Wow.
3 months.
Free money costs a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Pack Airport lease?
I don't have any new information on that.
Anything?
Yes, so Monday,
did
when
we do?
Stephen talked about, he's going to come forward with
With
a
a proposal. That's right,
Yep.
that's right.
Might also remind the board that RMO just made available $50,000 of earnings for PAC for helping us with a grant, so.
Sure. Yep.
When you say made available, they got to go.
They're administrating a grant for us, and they are going to get paid $50,000 for that work.
Okay.
So
The-
that helps their cash flow, which helps
Oh,
pay their rent.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Financial snapshot. Your show, Dena.
All right, thank you. So, similar form that you've seen before. This is as of 9/30, so we're at the end of the year, so 100%. These numbers are preliminary because, of course, we're still processing FY21 expenses. But as of right now, our revenue collection is at 100%. Our overall spending status is at about 91% of budget. Our health insurance at 96%. And we only used 4% of our contingency funds, which is
Hey.
Wow.
remarkable considering the bumpy year we had. Our assigned fund balance, my estimate right now at 9/30 is 9.8 million, and just preliminarily looking at Fund 10, 11, and 15, coming back about 1.5 to 1.9 million. Of course, that, that's gonna change as we finish out the year, but we will have some fund balance return.
And this, nowhere on here is unanticipated revenue. How much?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, I usually don't do that until November.
Sure, which is fine. And so I'm just saying like, it might be 1.5 coming back from what we budgeted, but we're going to have a lot more.
Right, we're gonna have unanticipated revenue as well.
Yep.
Sources of that revenue, is that like liquor and others?
Right,
Oh,
just
Sales
okay.
tax.
We receive more money than we
And
budgeted,
we budgeted.
or we receive money that we never budgeted for that we got anyway.
Yep.
So
Fair
that'll
enough.
all be part of the unanticipated revenue. Our additional fund balance use, the only added item at the bottom was for the North Idaho Fair security appropriation, but otherwise that's our outside of budget fund balance use. for various projects, and only a handful of those are general fund, most of them are restricted funds. Our payroll number is down because we have so many openings right now, and keep in mind that that annual payroll number is before the COLA and the wage increases, so this is as of 9/30. 68 open positions when I ran the report yesterday, with an approximated loaded value of 4.2 million. So that's quite a bit of our workforce. Our average biweekly payroll, 2.4 million every 2 weeks loaded, but that'll be more obviously with raises. So the bottom is revenue, and as you can see, the top for collecting way beyond what budgeted revenues were. So like you said, we're gonna see some more revenues rolling in besides what we anticipated.
Yeah.
So all of the elected officials look like they're in good shape. Of course, we'll be running those final reports to make sure nobody went over, but if we do, we have plenty of contingency to help with that. So if you have any questions, or if there's any additional data you'd like me to gather for you, I can do that.
This is good snapshot, good, very good snapshot.
I like
Thank you.
doing this once a month.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. Let me ask you a question. I don't know, this is almost more philosophical. And I don't, maybe Leslie heard some of this at IAC. What is this, I'm gonna call it for what it is, nonsense, that counties are running too healthy a fund balance? We're probably the chief culprit as far as that goes, because we probably have the highest fund balance, I suspect. Or
I
do
don't
we?
think, no, I don't think we do. And if you look at percentage-wise, because what they're looking at is one option would be to say you can have 3 months operating expenses and reserves. We only have 2 months right now. So if you include the amount, the third with the unassigned and the assigned amount, we're still under that. So yes, we are in great financial shape, but I don't think that we are one of those targets. Because if you just look at the 3 months, we don't have 3 months in reserves. We only have 2. And even if we took every dime in the fund balance category, we wouldn't hit that 3-month reserve.
How big is our reserve?
Our reserve is 20.4 million right now, but that's only 2 months, so that's something to consider.
Oh, so that
Just
would
from
eat
what-
up.
yeah, from what
Okay, okay.
I'm seeing with the legislature is they're gonna start looking at fund balances and seeing if they're excessive. But if 3 months is actually best practice.
Yes.
The county may want to reserve 3 months just to have that out of unassigned and have that as
Except
an
that would
actual
leave us with nothing.
That will leave us with nothing, yeah,
Yeah,
because we're
so-
running, what, 9.8, something like that?
Yeah. But we'll see when it all shakes out. I think, is it March that we typically do
Yeah,
that
March,
exercise?
we take a look, and right now, the audit, we're on track with the audit, and everything's coming together for year end. We haven't had any real hiccups.
Okay.
So we should have a good idea of where we're sitting fairly soon. I might even be able to give you a little new knowledge next month.
That'd be great, especially if it's before the session starts, so we can have, how can I say?
Argument?
I wasn't gonna put it that way, but our talking points for
Yes.
when they do address this. So,
Well, considering the uncertainty we're facing with the economy, having some reserves is good, and it's a buffer for the taxpayer.
yeah.
I guess the question that I have, and maybe we can't answer it here, is who would be a target for them? I mean, we can barely do the 3 months, right? That would exhaust our fund balance. I don't know that there's a county that's in better shape, is what I think what I'm trying to say.
Well, I don't know that it's counties. Isn't it cities as well? Because
Well, it could be.
we do have some cities who under project revenue. However, it's really hard to say as a blanket statement. I think it's frustrating to me that they do make blanket statements like that, because even the cities that I know about, they have roads. And
Well,
so
absolutely.
how
They're
do
They have
they,
consolidated.
debt.
yeah, they have debt
They
and
all have
roads.
debt, and they all, many have union employees, so they're not, they don't have a bunch of reserves. They have to make sure they have their debt service, and, they have big debt.
Yeah. So we'll see, we'll just kind of see, but they have to come up, the legislature has to come up with examples, real life. Okay, this one, this is what we're talking about, because it's not Kootenai County. And if they say it's Kootenai County, then I will be happy to show them exactly why we've been very
Absolutely.
frugal and,
Well, and running in a sustainable manner.
right. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Dena. Moving on, impact fee analysis, I guess we put that off to actually sometime this month. Bill, you have anything to
Right.
add? Yeah, go ahead.
No, just toward the end of the month.
Last week, when I met as part of the Joint Powers Board for KCEMS, and I don't know if this is official, but what Chief Keeley shared with us, and I don't know if this is still in a proposal, but I guess they would be getting, based on, I guess, each individual residential unit built, about $120 just for I should say just, but for KCEMS. I don't know how concrete that is. I don't know if it's still at proposal stage. I'm not sure. But that's the figure that, and I'll verify this with him later.
Right.
I had a bad connection when I was on with them, so.
So for us, based on that presentation we saw a couple years ago, we could get between 800 and 1,200 per,
Residential
Residential
unit.
unit.
Per residential unit.
yeah, for the county. So we'll
And I
see
wish
how that
I knew
pans
off
out.
the top of my head how many we built last year, but a lot. Anyway, okay, so that's so much for impact fee analysis. North Lot land sale, again, nothing. It looks like we'll be proceeding with the fence when,
So I will
Go
go ahead
ahead.
and contact the owner who has built their home and shed on our property and see if they would be interested in purchasing it. And then Greg can reach out to the conservatory and let
Yes.
them know and actually show them where the proposed fence will be.
and that would be great. Okay, cool. Skeet and Gun Club, I guess we're waiting on a proposed lease that Stephen is gonna present to us.
Yes, yep,
Okay.
Stephen, the proposed lease, and then plus the appraisal.
Plus the appraisal, which is ordered.
Yes.
Okay. Liana, we paid for it, didn't we? Okay. Anything else? Public comment?
This is Kim Riley. I stayed on the line so that I could let you know that the Panhandle Village project is in Rastrum.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right then, public, once again, public comment? Hearing none, 2:29, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead and use my stamp for